we are aiming for as an organization. It's continuously in movement, but we also are aiming as an organization, our hospitals, we need to adapt ourselves to circumstances outside the walls of our hospitals continuously. It is kind of a life vein of the city, the stream. That's also what we would like to offer for our patients, is to give perspective, to cure them, but also work on their health within the region. And I think that's where we also would like to take responsibility on our water treatment, because we have a huge impact on this stream that you see in the picture, because we are aware that we are producing a lot of waste which is coming into the water. And that's why if you go to the next slide, and I think there's a small animation, but you can go through the next one because we will share this. That's also at board level. I'm responsible for quality, innovation, sustainability, and lean, and trying to drive this agenda. But also our share board of the directors, or the general board, and the mayor of the Antwerp city, Els van Doesburg, is also much in favor of investing in this type of innovation, investing in sustainability, because she often refers to the goal that our hospitals are the James Bonds of the hospitals, looking at innovations and how they can trigger sustainability. And that's also why we are so focusing so much on this project too. We're looking for innovations within this domain of water treatment. A little bit about myself, but I will not bore you too much. If you look at movies, my passion for sustainability was already there when I was a youngster in the years 80s. In the 80s, I think most of you recognize this car, the DeLorean. When the professor puts a banana in there, I was amazed that on biofuel, this car could travel through time. And I think throughout that years, but I only did know that later on, we had the Brundtland definition of sustainability. And I already had a lot of interest from that perspective, and I'm very happy right now that together, if you go to the next slide, with Annelies and Gwen, that we have the privilege to determine, but also to facilitate our sustainability agenda within ZAS or hospitals. So Gwen is a lean coach. Gwen, and thanks for preparing everything, and also your engagement in this project. And Annelies within my team is the sustainability manager, who is not only driving the environmental angle, but also the social angle and the governance angle, if you think about the ESG framework, which I will refer to in a minute. So with the three of us, we're participating in this project. And to give you a little bit of insights of our organization, you can, Bartos, go to the next slide. We are fully aware, and you have to click a little bit, Bartos, to show everything. We are fully aware that we have a lot of impact as organizations. Our organization, we have about 18 locations and about 1,000 employees amongst 1,000 doctors within our network of hospitals. And with all those licensed beds that we have, those admissions, and also those surgeries that you can see there, we are producing a lot of waste. We're fully aware of that. That's why we're also willing to invest in projects like this. And to just give you an idea of the size, we are delivering one class of children every day. Yeah, 8,000 birds. That's also what we're proud of. So just to give you some idea, if you go to the next slide, you can see that we are spread amongst that river that I was talking about, the Schelde. These are all our locations. We have 14 hospital campuses, from small to large hospitals. And if you click, we also have some focused clinics, outpatient clinics, one medical center. And then in the center, we have our ICT department at ZAS Palfijn in the middle of the slide. And we also have some logistical locations. So we can have an impact for sure with this project, but on the other hand, it also makes it more complex, because every campus has its own identity. So we're not looking for general solutions. So the solutions that are provided needs to fit the different identities of the campuses. And that's definitely something we can work on together. It is a huge opportunity, but on the other hand, take into account that complexity that we need to deal with. If you go to the next slide, and it's more for your reference, you have some pictures of every of those campuses, where they're located. And I would like to also go a little bit deeper on our strategic goals and what we're focusing on as ZAS. So if you click, Bartos, you can see on this slide, our goal, and it's also triggered by the government, is that of all those locations, our main goal is that we still provide care close to the patient's home. Our city hospital, it's very popular because you can easily step in. You're not limited by traffic, and we offer general care. Besides that, we have specialized and high-tech healthcare in those focused clinics, with also often dedicated equipment, which also has some special impact on, for instance, water treatment. To give you an idea, think about dialysis equipment installations that some special water treatment is needed. And we have about 38 medical specialties within our network. Going further, Bartos, I would like to share with you some of our strategic goals, because if you look today, every day you can focus on something else. There's so much going on, and I think that's a huge challenge for us. Where are we going to focus on as an organization? What are our strategic goals? Because my CFO, financial director, would probably not promote a project on World Horse Day. And I have definitely nothing against horses, but we would like to see what we're investing, if we're investing, that it has an impact on our organization and also on society. So therefore, we did define 4 strategic goals on the next slide for 2026 and the upcoming years. And you see at the bottom left, the attention for our people to promote innovation, entrepreneurship, critical. We have to realize still our merge. The ZAS organization that I did show you is a combination of a former 2 former hospital networks, and we're still working on harmonizing processes amongst that organization. To give you an idea, we have 23,000 procedures that we need to rationalize from history. The third one is also in collaboration with the government in Belgium. We need to rationalize our footprint of campuses. So determine very direct and straight, where are we going to offer general care, where are we going to offer specialized care, resulting in many movements of departments, combination of departments. That's the third goal. And then our CFO, of course, financial director, also did determine a financial goal. That are the 4 ones as foundation. And on top of them, the 5th one, and then we're coming to also this project. You can see continuous focus on sustainability, innovation, quality, and process improvement, the topic that my department, Annelies, Gwen, are also supporting. So that is our compass for 2026 and the upcoming years. I know it's high level, but just to give you an idea from all those different initiatives, what is our focus? And to the right, you can see we're all doing this, taking into account our values, our 4 core values, being progressive, connecting ZAS with the environment, with our patients, with their families, with our employees, respectful and warm. So how does this translate in our sustainability strategy to finalize? Then you can click, Bartos, please, again. We have determined, based upon the ESG framework, environment, social governance, we have translated this in our 3 priorities: care for the planet, care for people, and a strong organization. And we have 3 sub-goals for all of those 3 high-level goals. So if we look at what does sustainability means for ZAS, we have those 3 areas we're working on with 3 sub-teams or sub-goals, and then about 400 initiatives that we're rationalizing at this moment. But this project is one of our key initiatives because it has an impact, like you can see to the left, on the 3 main priorities. So I think care for the planet is obvious, and I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but Flanders is one of the most vulnerable regions in Europe. If you look in the future in terms of drinking water supply, to continuously make sure that this will be possible in the future. I already mentioned that as ZAS, we have an impact as hospitals on our drinking water, on wastewater. So we want to make sure that even micro pollution, we tackle that into the future. And I think this project is focusing on that. And water is, of course, the new gold. We must handle it carefully, looking at strong organization. We also look at the cost quality as a combination. So this is to give you a flavor. We have 5 strategic goals. Sustainability is one of them. And within sustainability, we have these sub-goals, which we can link directly to this project. So I hope this did give you a little bit of flavor of who we are as ZAS, looking at our size, looking at our locations, looking at our ambitions. And I'm quite excited, very excited to see how this project and how all of you can help us on the challenges that you can see on this slide. More information requested on specifics, characteristics, and we'll see what we can, of course, provide additionally. So if you look at ZAS, indeed, at the next slide, you can see the total annual water consumption across all the 17 or 18 locations. So our main campuses, but also the focus clinics. Average daily wastewater flow you can see over there with an individual campus flow range from 20 cubical meters a day to 250. So that's a wide range. That's why I was telling in the beginning, we're not probably looking with the partners for a general solution. It needs to be adaptable and flexible for the campuses or the locations. So hospital side specialization, multi-campus network, that was clear. That's what I clarified in the beginning. And it depends on the specialty that is provided on the campus, what the impact is on micropollution in the wastewater. It depends definitely. Is there a lot of surgery? Is there dialysis? What kind of disciplines are working on that specific location? And that's also what you see there, wastewater characteristics. There will be some diversity in there. But let's look at that together, what the possibilities are and how we can come to some solutions. So if you go to the next one, it's some more information, Bartos, on the ZAS. We believe that, and that's also why we're interested in working together with the partners, that our multi-campus site, and the one hand is providing a lot of complexity, but on the other hand, if it would work for such a network, it will be much more easier to scale. Looking at that modularity and adaptability that you see there. What we're already doing, and it's just a short list of some actions ongoing. It's not everything, of course. Rainwater separation for reuse, you can see over there. A radioactive wastewater segregation, that's also obliged, but we still want to uniform this or make it more, do it more in the standardized way. And of course, taking into account the specific context, laws in Belgium. I'm definitely not an expert, but we have experts in our company that can help with this. We would also like to refer to the Flanders Blue Deal on water management, and so there might be some opportunities there to collaborate with some partners that are on the radar within this deal. And we definitely would like to be an early adapter. That's also why we did step into this project. I am fully aware it's at high level. Definitely the figures in the previous slide, the partners will need much more information and we'll see what we can provide. But it's to give you a little bit more context than just introducing ZAS in the beginning of our presentation. But it already gives you an idea of the amounts, the complexity, but also the opportunities. So Bartos, I think we did prepare this just to give a high-level view, but like I said, more information can be provided. And if you go to the next one, I think that's the The last one goes a little bit deeper to the infrastructure with the diversity that I already mentioned. A lot of discharge points. It's almost similar to the different locations that we have. You see that we have some installations already over there. But again, the main challenge is that we don't have a centralized pre-treatment system. And that's something we would like to discover if it's needed or not, or if we need flexible solutions on every location. We're looking also to get some more advice, expertise from the different partners in this collaboration network. Like I said, the complexity is a huge challenge, and on the other hand, we have quite old infrastructure. We have a brand new campus. That's then the James Bond of the hospitals that are the president of the board referred to in the beginning, what I mentioned in the beginning. But on the other hand, we also have some buildings historically that already have lasted for a few years. So take into account that outdoor space, we need to see what is available. That modularity would be a strong advantage if that can be provided. We have multiple connection points to the sewer. I talked already about discharge points. We have limited staff at this moment to look at maintenance, because at one hand is the design and to install the installation, but also the maintenance afterwards is also important. Training requirements will be critical, looking what is the support that we can count on externally, internally. Some topics that we were interested to work on together. So that's to give you some idea, and it can also be included in the offers based upon the tender, but some points that are crucial for us to discover and get some answers on that. So I think, Bartos, that was it. I don't think there's an additional slide because this is, again, more towards the general program. Again, more information can be made available, but it's already to give you a little bit of flavor of some of the challenges that we will face together. But let's co-create, co-design, and see what we can do.